Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to be going over 17 different items I sold on eBay. These items can be out at garage sales, estate sales, rummage sales, and even in your own house. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys so when you're out sourcing or looking around your house, you can spot items that can sell for a pretty good profit on eBay. Also, like always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and stay tuned to the end so you make sure you don't miss out on any bolos. First item I have here is this 4x Marantz Lucasfilm amplifiers. If you remember in a video I posted a couple of months ago, I picked up these Marantz amps. They were $25 a piece. I had planned to list them for about $100 each. Someone reached out to me and said, you know, what is the best you can do for all four? And I said, you know, due to shipping and the weight and the dimensions of the package shipped all four, I can't really do much of a deal because the shipping is going to be very expensive. He said he could offer $330 for all four shipped. So I considered it, and they had been listed for about a month. That's why I was considering his offer, because they weren't moving. There was a couple other people, but they were lower than his offer. I don't really want to deal with these anymore because they are heavy and they are taking up a lot of real estate. So I just decided to bite the bullet and sell it. So I did sell it for $329.99 free shipping. The shipping, if I remember correctly, was about 30 bucks. So $299, $290, and then after fees maybe $260. Paid $100. I made $160 or so. I still think that's very nice, very fair. These were in as-is untested condition. If they were tested 100% working, I could have listed it for more. I didn't have the means to test these, so I just wanted to get them out of my inventory and just move on. So very happy with this. And if you do stumble upon these for even cheaper, definitely make a profit even as-is untested condition. If you guys remember, I picked up a bunch of Lego Dimensions in a video a couple of months ago. This is another one that sold. This is another higher end one. Lego Dimensions Ninjago 71215. If I ever see these Dimensions out in the wild, I will definitely pick them up. The lowest value one was I think $11.99, but still very happy with these. I've done very well with these, and I only paid $1 for this one. So pretty crazy. I look forward to finding more Lego in the future. Something I haven't really dove into is combat boots. I know they sell, I just didn't really know what to look for. This was kind of like the catalyst for me to find out what does well for combat boots, and I'm very happy with this one. So Beviel DST men's 11.5W. This one sold for $59.99, and I did buy these for about $2 at a garage sale. So very nice flip. I now know really what to look for. Obviously if they have Vibram soles, that's going to be a plus, but for the brand, Beviel is very good. If you ever see those, always pick them up if they're cheap. These Fox Racing Motocross 180 pants, these ones right here sold for $49.99 full price. If you did recall, in a past video I did pick these up and I did pay $5 for them. $5 into 50. Always on the lookout for more of these motocross pants. These do sell. Not every model is good, but these 180s do tend to do very well. I gotta have more. This pickup did take a while, but I'm very happy that it finally sold. Levi's 501XX button fly 26501. These ones right here did sell for full price of $54.99. Very happy with the sale. There was an issue with these pairs. So the issue was the button fly had a little bit of a damage right here, and it was displayed, it was pictured. This label right here, it says made in USA right here. So I knew they were vintage when I picked them up. I believe I paid about $1 or $2. Finally figured out, you know, what Levi's do sell. I'm still learning more on the modern ones. I have learned what to look for the vintage ones. In a garage sale, I stumbled upon this VHS. Someone had beaten me to a Nintendo, which is unfortunate. I did look around and I saw this VHS. She wanted $2 for it. I'll go ahead and do it, because it was factory sealed. As you can see here, it's factory sealed. I actually took a best offer of $60. Very happy with the sale. Pokemon, obviously there's a lot of people that are fans of it. There's a lot of nostalgia, so I knew this was gonna do well. I just didn't know it was gonna do that well. I am a little bit sad that I did miss out on the NES, but this made up for it. All right, the reason I'm showing these on clouds is, number one, I did sell these for $50 originally, and I had another pair of on clouds which I'm going to show you here that I sold for $34.99. I picked both of these pairs up for $5 at a garage sale each, so $10 all in. There was an issue, I made a mistake, so I sold these for $50 to the same buyer I sold these to again. So I sold them for $50, but I shipped the shoes you saw that popped up. So luckily they were the same size, but unfortunately I did make the mistake. So He said instead of refunding and doing all that jazz, so the $50 is still in play, that if I could just resell the same pair that I didn't ship for cheaper. So I said, you know what, I can sell these for $30 again to you because I made a mistake, minus shipping and all that stuff. I don't have worries, and keep the shoes I did send you. In hindsight, I mean, I did still make the mistake, and I'm very glad that it was the same size. I was able to reconciliate it. Still made $80 out of a $10 purchase, so very happy overall. Did make a mistake, and it does happen to everyone. Even if you have your location set 100%, it can happen. These look so alike, and they were the same size, so that's why I made the mistake. But On Clouds is no secret that they do sell very well. Did sell within a month, so very happy with it. Always look on the lookout for more On Cloud shoes. Just don't make the same mistake I did where I shipped the wrong shoe. This one took a very long time to sell. I did relist it. That's why you see February 15th as a start time. Originally, I picked this up last year. I want to say September, around there, somewhere around September, November. I took it down, looked at new sold, and saw that the $50 was around the mark of where these sell for now. Reef Point books are definitely a bolo to be on the lookout for. They're very small, easy to ship. As long as they're in fair condition and they're vintage, they should sell for a pretty good buck. This hat here, I did pick up at an estate sale. They wanted $5 a pop for each hat, and this one was no exception. This vintage Dallas Cowboy starter Tri-Power. What it means by Tri-Power, if you look at the label inside, it says Tri-Power, that's the brand. And obviously it's vintage, made in USA, it's wool. And it did sell for $34.99, 5 into 35. That's definitely a good deal anytime for me. These Jordans right here, I wanted to showcase for two reasons. They are desirable. This one actually, I took a best offer of $35. So I counter offered $35, and I accepted. The reason that these went for a little bit higher dollar is because these are the 20th anniversary for Jordans. I've been buying more and more shorts. Usually in the past, I am slowly but surely turning into a clothing reseller, and I hate myself for it. There is so much clothing out there, and wherever I go to thrift store, there is a ton of clothing there, and it's usually cheap at Salvation Army. I've been looking more and more at clothing, and shorts is something I used to never look at. I used to focus on tops because they're a lot easier to go through. Shorts, you have to look for the tag, etc., etc. But lo and behold, you know, I started diving into looking at clothing more and more, and I found out obviously there's more value. There's value to be made in there, and Jordans is no exception. Jordan shorts, I mean, at my local Salvation Army, they want $3.99 for shorts. That is a little high. Nonetheless, I could still make some money off of certain ones. So Jordans is no exception. This one sold for $35, very happy. Had it listed for about a month, didn't really see no activity. So when I got the counter offer, I accepted. Just to note that Salvation Army does not charge tax, so these were $4 all in. This is another example of that going through the racks, and it will pay off. So this one right here is a Los Angeles Kings NHL Kopitar number 11 jersey. I know that name Kopitar because I researched this shirt, and now I know if I ever see Kopitar number 11, or I forget what other number he has been, but number 11 Kopitar NHL will do very well. Did sell for $30, and there's a reason why it was low. So these ones usually sell for 50 or more, but the reason it was low is because it was stained. So this had a pretty prominent stain on it. They tried to wash it off, it didn't come off, but I still listed it for $30, and it sold for $30. Very happy with the sale. And jerseys like this, they charge $4.99 for, so $5 all in to $30. Very happy with that sale, and again, they don't charge sales tax, so very happy with that. This one right here was a garage sale pickup, and I did make a mistake on this listing. So if you look at the listing, it says Xbox 360 wireless Gibson Les Paul, and it was the 95123.805. Sold for $69.99, free shipping. So I did mess up on the shipping part. Normally I do not do free shipping. What happened was I did get into business policies, and I set up a business shipping rule for FedEx. Because I did that Marantz that you saw earlier, it was free shipping, so I did not change the shipping back to calculated shipping. So the buyer did get free shipping. Luckily they weren't super far away, and the shipping was only like $7-8, so I still made very good money on these, and they sold very fast because they were free shipping. I think it sold the same day or next day. If you're ever looking for the Les Paul Gibson, make sure you look out for that number, 95123.805. This is something I never deal with, is a reel. So this is a Shimano Stratic 2500 HG reel, and it's new. You can see the baggies are sealed and everything. And originally I was trying to get $179.99. It did not sell for that price. I was going back and forth with this guy through messages, and he was just saying, you know, this is the older model, blah 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 blah, look at the market. And I was like, I did look at the market, and based on the market it was selling for this price. But he was a little bit persistent. He convinced me, and I was just like, you know what, there hasn't been much more interest other than this guy, so I decided to go ahead and take it. He offered $145, and I went ahead and sent him a $140 offer, and he took it. Very happy overall. And of course it was calculated shipping, so that it was plus shipping. And this one right here was a bundle deal that I bought from a very good friend, and my very good friend just wanted to move stuff, get stuff out of his garage. I paid, I think, $20 or $30, I can't remember, for everything. And of course this gets me in the profit. Very happy with that buy. And he knew it going into it that this was a valuable reel. He was just helping me out, so very happy. And it goes to show you, if you do tell people what you do, they can help you out in the long run, especially if they're friends and they just want to get rid of stuff, they don't really care about the value. Stuff like this can happen. Reels is something I do need to look more into, especially, of course, if they're new, they're easier to research because you just scan it. But when they're loose, they're a little bit harder. So I need to definitely do a little bit more research on reels. This vintage authentic Chris Webber #4 jersey did get at a Goodwill. The Goodwill, I believe, had it at $4.99, but they do charge tax, so it was more like $6. It was stained, it was blemished, but it was on a new rack that just came out. I grabbed it. If I didn't grab it, someone behind me was gonna grab it because they were also another reseller. They were specifically a clothing reseller. As you can see, there's blemishes on the jersey. I mean, if you're looking at it from far away, you can't really tell, but if you're looking at it up close, there is blemishes on the jersey. But it was very nice. Of course, it's vintage. A lot of people are looking for this type of stuff. I originally wanted $64.99. I didn't get it. It was listed in January, and it was on sale for 30% off, and it did sell for that price of $45.49. Very happy with that sale, and of course, having $6 into it, I'm very happy with that flip. Money, 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 money. This Babolat Aero Pro Lite has been listed for quite a while. It was listed in January. I did get it at Savers for $3.99. and it sold for $50. So what happened was I had it on sale for $62.99. I sent out offers. They counter offered with $50. They reassured me that they wanted to know if it was a full-size tennis racket, and I did send them a picture, the additional measurements they wanted. I did take the $50 offer. Very happy with that. I would definitely buy this Babolat again, especially for $4. Definitely a very, very good flip. This one right here is an Easton 2015 Mako bat, and it's a youth bat. And this youth bat opened my eyes to looking more at youth bats, because normally I tend to ignore them because a lot of them are very, very low value. I'm talking about like $10, $15, not really worth my time because they are longer. Yeah, I do have to go to UPS, and that's just like an excess in driving. $15, $10, I really don't want to do that. But for something like this that's sold for $64.99, I will definitely take a trip to UPS. I have no problem doing that. This one's a little bit special. It's a two-part bat. I'm not sure if that's the reason why it's a higher dollar bat, but I was at a garage sale and they had a bunch of bats lying on the grass, and I asked her how much she wanted for it. She said a couple bucks. I said, how much would you do for these four? The other three have sold as well, but not for this much. They sold for like 30, 20. But this one right here was the home run of that pickup. So for $10, I bought 4 bats, made my money back already on the other bats, and this one is profit. So very happy with this flip. I need to do a little bit more research on youth bats because normally, again, I don't tend to look at it. But for $10, I was like, you know, what's the risk of it? It's $10 all in. I know I'm going to be able to make my money back. So I decided to pick it up, and I'm so glad I did. This is another Kopitar jersey. This is a Los Angeles Kings. Again, number 11, but this is a Fanatics. Fanatics is usually not a good thing to pick up for jerseys because a lot of people had access to them, so they're not really valuable. But this one was. I saw this at a garage sale. The guy wanted $5 for it, so I paid him, and it sold for full price of $49.99, $50. Very happy with that flip. Sold very fast. I think it sold the next day. NHL stuff is definitely hot. If you see Kopitar stuff, I would pick it up. A lot of people tend to not know the hockey players. Kings is local to me. I'm within the Los Angeles area spectrum, so I should be looking more for that kind of stuff. Because I bought that first stain jersey, I learned more about jerseys in general for NHL and Kopitar and Kings. So because of that, it paid off, and I made $50 off that. Like I mentioned in the middle of the video, I am slowly but surely becoming a clothing reseller, unfortunately, but it is also fortunate because there is so much clothing out there, and a lot of people tend to overlook because they don't want to deal with it. Because it's so available, I am slowly but surely becoming a clothing reseller. I'm still an everything reseller. I still want to look for more of everything. There is so much value to be made in everything, and hopefully this video showcased that. Like always, remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and follow my Instagram and TikTok at GrimzyRaider. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys.